Hi, everybody. It's Bill Gilliland here with this week's Action Business Profile, and I'm here this week with Nich from Asheville Arborist. Hi, Nich. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, Bill?
Good. So tell us a little bit about the history of Asheville Arborist.
Well, Asheville Arborist is a relatively small company here in the greater Western North Carolina area. We got our start around 5 years ago. Started with just 3 employees, me and one partner and one other guy, and that's the way it was for a couple of years. And we gradually grew and grew, and now we're at the point where we've got about 6 employees, two crews, and we're just moving right along.
So what kind of services do you provide?
So we are a full tree care company, and to me what that means is anything related to trees, we've got the answers for you for how to take care of it, how to deal with it, and manage it.
So give us a little more in-depth as to what that means specifically as the kinds of services you would provide.
Yeah, so to start with, we typically come out and do a brief consultation, identifying major issues that you might have present on your property and risks associated with them. And then we develop plans to manage those risks and to manage the trees. Sometimes that's through simple pruning, sometimes it's through complete tree removal, sometimes there's other kind of support systems that we have to install to help keep trees safe, and sometimes it's plant health care work where we're managing pests and diseases. But it's just the full spectrum taking care of the trees.
So, we've talked in the past. Give me a little bit of your sort of philosophy of tree care and tree management.
Well, I got into this line of work because I love trees. I really, really enjoy working with trees. I love all the benefits that they provide. So we are first and foremost a tree preservation company that removes trees secondly, whenever that's kind of the only choice. So I would say in general, that's the way we try to approach things. We try to preserve trees and manage trees so that we can all benefit from them.
Sure. So talk a little bit about the team and the people that we've been able to assemble and the sort of qualifications and the training that we have to go through to.
So right now we've grown a little bit over the past year, and we've taken on another business partner. So we've got 3 business partners who are owners, and all 3 of us are certified arborists. We've got probably about 15 years of experience as certified arborists. I'm a certified tree worker as well as a certified tree safety professional. We have certified pesticide applicators on staff as well. We also have 3 other employees working for us currently. One of them is a certified arborist as well, and the other 2 are studying to take the tests currently.
So what do you have to do to become a certified arborist?
So to become a certified arborist, you have to have a certain amount of experience, first and foremost. There's the basic credentials to even apply for the test, but then it's taking a test. It's about 100 questions, and it goes through the different sections of our industry and tries to give you a well-balanced, test that makes sure you understand the industry.
Right. So you got to have the book knowledge and the practical knowledge. You have to have been working with trees. Yep. Excellent. So tell us a little bit about, I know safety is a big deal for you and your company, and I know that people out there that are having tree work done on their property so tell us about your safety program.
Yeah, so we are in general classified with forestry and logging operations, which is like the 3rd most dangerous industry in the country right now. So although we don't do exactly what loggers do, we're more or less urban loggers in a lot of what we do. Safety is one of those things that's it's not compromisable. It's something that we have to kind of stick to our guns with, and there's no room for exceptions with it. So for us, that means obviously following the rules that governing bodies like OSHA and ANSI have set forth for us, but it also means kind of taking things a step further and taking the extra precautions where we see fit to make sure that we're doing things safely. At the end of the day, if we can't do it safely, then we don't need to do it at all. So that's got to be our main goal.
Excellent. So the other thing that I know that clients sometimes worry about is what's going to happen when you bring equipment into their property, or what's going to happen as you're working in their property. Talk a little bit about the precautions that you guys take.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go about doing tree work, and you'll find a lot of examples of them out there. And where we try to focus our energy on is low impact tree work. And so for what that means to us is trying to leave as little of a mark as possible. Try to kind of leave a client's property looking as good, if not better, than it was before we got there. So we're using different techniques to minimize our impact, but where we do have to leave an impact, we also use different techniques to just minimize the overall impact on the yard.
So how does someone know when they would need your services?
You know, anyone that has trees in their yard, any property owner, any property manager that has properties with trees could potentially use our services. Like I said, we start off with these initial kind of brief consultations where we identify hazardous trees. So that's one of the main reasons that a lot of people call us, is because they have a dead tree that's now hazardous. Right. Usually once we get on site, we're able to identify maybe a few other things that aren't as obvious to them. There's a few little kind of signs that we notice on a lot of trees that usually indicate some sort of risk associated with them.
Right. So it usually starts with a risk. Now, is there any charge to come out and sort of check out their?
We offer free estimates. That's where probably 95% of the time we're able to come out and give you an estimate for some work to be done. In the rare case where you just kind of wanting to pick our brains and get a lot of information, we do have a small fee associated with that.
For consulting. That's really a consulting. Yeah. That's a different deal.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. So if someone's needing or looking to have an estimate or to get tree work done, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so our telephone number is 778-8733, and our website's AshevilleArborist.com, and that's with an S on the end. Those are the two main ways that you can start to get in touch with us. From there, we'll set up a time to come out and meet with you and just take it from there.
That's brilliant. So it's AshevilleArborist with an S.com if you want to get a hold of Nick and his team. Thanks, Nick. Thanks for coming in today. It's been a lot of fun.